everyone, my name is The Last Midnight, everyone's favorite drag witch queen, and I thought I would take a step like so many drag queens do, a step into the YouTube world. I spend a lot of my time watching YouTube, so I figured why not contribute to my favorite platform. So today I thought I would do a basic makeup tutorial. I myself love watching makeup tutorials. I just love to see how other people do their makeup, be they drag queens, drag kings, just beauty influencers. I just love to watch the process of makeup be done and see what I can learn from it. So I thought I would do a basic, look for you guys today. Kind of walk you through what I do today. So hopefully you can learn something. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can leave a comment below. You can DM me on Instagram or on TikTok. I am at The Last Midnight, L-I-S-S, like lady, like The Last Midnight, on all social media platforms. And if you really like this, you could subscribe to the channel and give it a like, and then hopefully I can make some more videos that you guys will all enjoy. So without further ado, I guess let's get started. Okay, I am back. I prepped my hair a little bit. I just pulled it all back into very loose braids. I've also cleansed my face. I took a shower right before bed last night, so I didn't completely wash my face, but I did use some micellar water to kind of cleanse it. And then I used a toner to kind of tone everything and moisturize it, and get rid of any excess dirt and oils. So next I am going to actually glue down, so obviously I don't have eyebrows, I shaved them off, because it's just easier. But I'm gonna glue down the sides of my hair right here. I also forgot to mention that I added this background because I forgot I had it. And that way you don't have to look at my horrible office setup. And also, I don't like to wear clothes when I'm getting in makeup. Obviously, I'm wearing pants because YouTube, but that's why I took my shirt off. So I can't wait for the mean white muscle gaze to call me fat. But yeah, baby. Okay, so to start off this tutorial, as the kids call it, I'm gonna start with a little bit of, let's do primer. My favorite primer is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just like everyone on TikTok. I love it because I have a lot of texture. In this old skin from years of cystic acne. So my face is like a moon covered in craters. So I like to put this on because it helps smooth out the texture of my skin and helps it not look so cratery. I look like an alien. That's what I love about doing drag makeup is, as a boy, I feel hideous. But then when it's done, I'm like, you can't tell me anything. Also, this fan is broken. So I usually go with a concealer. I love the e.l.f. Camo concealers. They're so affordable and I love them. I use them for my highlight too most of the time. I use a couple different things, but usually it's an e.l.f. Camo concealer. So to start out, I just cover my eyes in a really light base with this concealer. The light color helps the eyeshadows pop a lot more, so I like to use a really light color. This one's called Fair Warm. I also like to use a white sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling. So this is really nice. Love that. And then once that's done, I go in with just a little bit of powder. Just This is the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm just going over where my eye creases. Because unlike a lot of people, I have very small eyes. Very small eyes. I have no lid space. Like if I look directly at the camera, there's no lid space. And then when I close my eyes, I don't know if you can say this, my eye, what? It's so droopy. I have no lid space. So I've had to come up with ways to combat that. But I have to powder this as soon as I put the concealer on, otherwise it'll be a crinkly mess. That's the weird thing, but also the fun thing about doing makeup and just starting without really any prior knowledge, because you learn so much about your face. And I found that I've watched 1,000,001 YouTube tutorials about how to do makeup, particularly drag makeup. And there's a lot of amazing stuff out there. But I found that, like, if I watch a video and then try to replicate exactly what that person is doing, it doesn't always work because my face shape isn't the same as theirs. So it took me a while to realize that, like, I can, you know, I can emulate what someone's doing, but I also have to make it work for my face. So that's kind of what I wanted to do today here too, is like show whoever is interested, like how I do my face, and then hopefully maybe ways that you can adapt it for yours. So the first thing I do after I put the base on for the eyes is I go in with a gel eyeliner. This is from Maybelline, and draw in my eyebrows. And I like to use this little, like, you take the brush right up next against your nostril and put it right there. That's where my eyebrow starts. And then right across the pupil of my eye, that's where the arch is. And then if I just take it across from the nose, put it here against the nose, at the very end of my eye, make a mark, and that's how I know where to draw my eyebrows. And that's how I know to make them as even as possible. So I use my natural eyebrow. So wherever my brow bone starts here, I start here and then draw it up. So I'm gonna start here, draw it straight up to where that dot is. And then you can either go down, you can go, you can curve it. I kind of point mine up as opposed to like making a curve, because I like the evil eyebrow look. And then I just whoop. And that's the general shape. So once I get the eyebrows on, I fill them in. I'm not like super precious about it because, as you will see in a minute, I like to go in with concealer and clean them up. But I like to get them, to, like, if I had to like leave the house right now in drag, I'd be like, okay, my eyebrows look good. Just need to clean them up. So I'll take a flat brush. As you can see, this is like a set from Amazon that was really cheap. Although honestly, they're kind of better than some of like the Morphe brushes I have. And then I like to clean up. Wow. Like that. And then there we go. See, and then once it's cleaned up, I just use my finger to kind of blend it into the brow bone. Da, 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 da. Sometimes I find it easier to like, I know I really want to conceal this part of the brow right here, but I know if I start here, it's going to end up wonky. So sometimes I will start like right in the kind of the middle and then go in the direction that I want it to go. Okay, so I will say the danger of cleaning up your brows is that like you can get really into it and then like you're here all day. Which luckily I don't think I did that. But yeah, this is what they look like now. So this to me is like good enough to go in and start doing my eye makeup. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this Blueberry Muffin palette by BH Cosmetics. It's full of these really pretty blues and like browns and neutrals, which I think it's really pretty. And I want to do something a little simple today. I don't want to go like hog wild. I can go extremely crazy with my eye makeup. But today, I think I'm just going to do something simple. Okay. So this is, like, I would say, like, the basic way I do my eye makeup. Again, I do change it here and there. It also, like I mentioned before, it might not work for you. Oh, I'm getting some creasing. That's not pretty. It might not work for you depending on your eye shape, or you'll have to kind of adapt. But I wanted to show, like, the basic eye makeup that I do, and then hopefully, it can go from there. So typically I will start with a medium shade. So I think I'm going to go in with these blue color, these like purpley blue colors here, here, and here. So I'm going to go in with this medium shade. It's called Delish. And I usually go in right where my real brow bone is. And I just kind of pat that color on. And that's how I start to create the crease. And I'll go in a few times to kind of layer that in. Get a nice pigmented color. I love BH Cosmetics. I actually got this at Marshall's. My boyfriend's mom and I, well, the three of us went to Marshall's when I still lived in Chicago. Like, God, almost a year ago. And they have like, I don't know if it's like true in all Marshalls, but the one in Chicago that I went to, it always had a ton of makeup from like well-known brands for so cheap. I think this was like $8. And I love it. So once I have that general shape with that like kind of, I guess what you call a transition shade, I like to go in with the same brush and clean it off if you want. And I'll go in with a deeper shade. This one's called So Good. It's so good. It's so dumb. And I will then, hold on, there we go. I will then go in and kind of deepen up kind of like the inner part of that crease, like right here. So I'll kind of pat it through, and then whatever excess I have on the brush. There we go. See how that adds, you know, just a little bit more depth. So I went in and deepened up that crease, as you can see. So now there's kind of like a gradient from like darkest to lightest. And then I will go in with a fluffy brush. Let us use this brush here. This is a Morphe. It's a Morphe. It's not labeled. Now I'm gonna go in with this like lightest shade. It's called Cheat Day. This is so dumb. Cheat Day. And then I take it right on top of the line of this crease, and then in like windshield wiper motions, I kind of start to blend it out. Da, 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 da. And then as I'm blending, I also flick it out to kind of create that like snatched cat eye look. So the colors, I mean, they're really pretty, don't get me wrong, but they're not, I don't have like the definition that I really want. So I'm gonna go back in with that medium Delish shade and kind of reinforce that color a little bit. Try to get like a little separation. Because while I want the colors to be blended, I also want it to look like 3 different colors. And then I'm going to take that fluffy brush and just, with no product, and just kind of blend. Actually, let's add a little bit of that Cheat Day. We can blend. I usually like to go in and like once I get like the colors down, like my base colors down, I will usually go in and I will reinforce them. And then last but not least, I'm going to go back in with that So Good, that deepest shade, and then reinforce that as well. So just start at the inner corner and kind of fade it out. Okay, I think that'll work for now. It's not as, like, there isn't like a strong as a gradient as I usually like there to be, but you can see it's like dark to light. I wonder if I can go in with, let me try, so there's this shade called Fluffy. It's like this kind of like nudie-ish shade. Wow, okay. Let me just see if that like, I can just, okay, I think that helped. It helped add a little bit of contrast. I guess that's what I was looking for. I'm happy with that. I was just looking for a little more contrast than what these colors were giving me. Okay, cool. So once I have the basic eyeshadow shape down, I like to, my braids are falling out. I like to go in with a black, actually, I wonder if, I'm gonna go in with this deepest shade here. It's called Decadent. And I just want to, so this is how I usually do my eyeliner, but I want to try it with this brown color first. I'm going to take this guy and like just add a little bit of deeper brown before I go on with black. Okay, okay. I just feel like if I add a ton of black, it's gonna like read like gray. So because of my eyelids, my eyes are so small, and I can't do like swoopy eyeliner. Like I can't like, you know, people can like do like normal like winged eyeliner and like make it look really cool. If I do that, which I can, but I can't do it if I'm doing my makeup like this because I have to cover my entire natural eyelid in order for it to work, which means I have to kind of move everything up, including like my eyebrows. So I do that if I'm feeling like particularly like draggy. But when I want a little bit more of a softer look, I will do it this way. So I will use eyeshadow in place of eyeliner, and it kind of helps because like doing it in like this shape helps mimic the shape of eyeliner, and that way I can still have like the snatched effect without having to cover my entire eye with it. Kind of go in and just like blend it a little more into the eye color. I like to kind of bring it up too, like that. Kind of make that eye shape that I'm after. Then I will go in with black. One black that I really like is from this Beauty Bay New Mood palette. I also love this palette. As you can see, it's kind of like disgusting because I use it a lot. So let me wipe off this brush a little bit. Take some of this black, which is called Bold. Very creative name color. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with this black color. And I'm not going to take it up as high. I just want to create depth in this outer corner. So I'm not going to take it up as far. And then when I use the cardboard to like make it really snatched. But I don't bring the brush all the way up along the line. Otherwise it'll be really thick. So as I move the brush up, I kind of like I move the brush like parallel, but then also up. So that way it doesn't create just like a super thick eyeliner. Okay, that had quite a bit of depth, which I'm very into. Okay, cool. The next step is to go in and like whoosh, wipe all of this stuff up. Oop, I grabbed too many. So I'm gonna clean that up, and then I just take the makeup wipe and I follow like the natural curve of where my eyeball is, and I just whoosh, and then and there we go. So once that is done, it comes time to cut the crease. Now I first started doing drag makeup. I scoured the internet for a way to cut my crease that made it look like every other drag queen in the world. And that's when I really started to discover that like you have to find a way to do makeup that works for you and works for your face. If you try to emulate somebody and don't have their exact face shape, it is not going to look the way that you want it to look. So I cut my crease in a couple different ways, but this is the way that I have found to be the most helpful. Again, because I have hooded eyes and my eyes are small, I just take the little wand. I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, this is white. I will take the little wand and I will just start to draw like right above where my actual crease is. Kind of sloppy, I don't like get too precious about it. I'm just trying to map where this is. And you don't have to use white, you can use whatever color you want. I like to use white. Ow, I just put myself in the eye. That's the danger of doing it this way. So again, I'm not getting like super precious about it, I'm just kind of mapping out where I want the crease to go. And so the best way I can do like I said, is to look straight in the mirror. I have a mirror right in front of me, and just map it out from there. And then once it's mapped out, I kind of go back in and refine it a little bit. Watch out. And that's kind of it. You can see, like the crease is cut. I've also learned doing drag makeup that my eye shapes are super different. Like this eye has way more lid space than this eye does. So they will look different. I have to like manipulate them to make them look the same. Kind of like the eyebrows, like they're sisters, not twins. So I have to kind of manipulate my eye color or my eye shape with the crease, because if I do them both the exact same way, you hear my dog tip-tapping in the background. If I do them both the exact same way, they will look different. They will not look like the same eye or the same eye shape. So let me go in and just kind of tippity tap. I'm gonna go in with like a white shadow, I think, so I don't have to be like. Another way I also do this is, you know, it's usually if I'm doing like really big drag makeup, I will cut the crease with micellar water first, like make the shape, and then fill it in with white. But that's like a lot. And I'm just trying to keep this tutorial as simple as possible. Okay, so once I have kind of the shape that I like, as you can see, I definitely have like more of an eye shape now. I will go in with the black, and I just tap it in to kind of blend it all together. Okay, I'm not going too far into where the eye is, keeping it relatively close. Okay. Then same thing on this side. Da, 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 da. Again, this isn't like, you know, this isn't like a perfect, you know, there isn't a perfect formula. There is no perfect way to do drag makeup. It's all about finding what works best for you and then trying to improve on that as best you can. Like this is, I'm sure there will be drag queens who watch this and be like, what is that person doing? But you know what? That's my cross to bear, not yours. And then I'm gonna go into that blueberry muffin palette. Go back in with that Decadent color, which looks brown, but apparently is like a deep purple. And right where the black meets the white of my eye, I'm gonna go in and do the same thing and just like tappity tap, get everything kind of blended together. So there's this really pretty white sparkly shade right here called Sugared. I got the sugars. I have what my mama calls the sugars. Kristen Wiig, Miss Paula Deen, anyone? It off. I'm gonna go in just with my finger. And let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. Right where the white is at, I'm gonna. It's not showing up on my eyes as much as I want. So let me try using a brush. A brush. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. I think that's really pretty. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but I'm just going to go in with this and kind of get it blended a little bit better. So the next thing I do with my eyes is I like to go in with a white eyeliner. This is the Vivid Matte by NYX. And I like to like further cut the crease and like just really define it. And now, so it's kind of precarious, so I need to like prepare myself. Okay. So I basically just follow the line of where I cut the crease. I don't know if you can really tell, but like it just makes it more defined. And then I also go under the eyebrow to kind of highlight that. And I'll go in and just pat it so it diffuses a little bit. And it's okay if I get it on the eyebrow because I'm going to go over the eyebrow with eyeshadow anyway. Beautiful. Beautiful. After that, I take the same eyeliner, the Vivid Matte, in Blick. And then, like I said before, I don't, like if I were going to do a whole winged eyeliner, I'd have to cover this whole thing because of how hooded my eyes are. So I just do, so like I talked about, the shadow kind of mimics eyeshadow. And then I just use actual eyeliner and just put it right here on my waterline. Just cha-cha-cha. And again, it kind of helps the illusion that I'm wearing super big winged eyeliner. So yeah, see how I just feel like there's like more depth here than there is here, even though it's like not that big of a difference. Plus, I mean, my lashes go there, so you won't really be able to see it anyway. But I just feel like it kind of completes the look. Ooh, okay. Now, under eyes. So first things first, I'm going to take a little bit of this fair translucent powder and just very lightly. That way it'll catch any fallout. And then it's pretty simple what I do. I will go in first with the black eyeliner. And I will try to get it as sharp as I can. And then draw the infamous, like that. Like the infamous, like, you know, eyeliner down. I don't know, is it infamous? I don't know. I just feel like when I first started doing drag makeup, it took me forever to like figure out how to do that. And then I like to create a space to make a little bit of white. So I will then do that. And then just bring it right under my lash line. And then under the lash line, that one's a little bit better. This one I kind of messed up, but whatever. Ooh, okay. That's just getting worse. Okay, there we go. Ooh, wow. Again, I'm going to smoke it out so it doesn't really matter, but that looks horrible. All right, and then I like to take this wing and like that. I think it looks like the shadow of my eyelashes, and it gives the impression that I have really long eyelashes on, and it kind of helps draw the face up. Then I like to go in with the white, and I will fill in the space right here that I created with the black, just to help make my eyes look bigger than they are. Okay, I'm gonna go in and clean this up. This was another part of drag makeup that like eluded me for like the longest time. I didn't understand how people did their eye makeup like this. I just like couldn't figure it out. And finally I like stopped thinking about it and just did it. Eyeshadow palette, where are you? Why can't I find you? And once this part is done, the eyeliner, it's pretty simple. I just go in with the same colors that I used on the top and just kind of smoke them out. And like sometimes I'll use all the colors, sometimes I'll just use one or two of the colors, but I always go in with black first and just kind of with like a angled brush like this, kind of smoke it out with then the darkest shade I used in the eyes, which was this decadent color. And then, so go in with that decadent color. I really try really hard to not use that many brushes when I'm doing this, but then I always end up like using a million brushes. And I do take the color out under this fake shadow that I have. And then, once that is done, I will usually go in with a blue color. So I'm going to go in with like the medium blue, which was, I think, this Delish color. And smoke that out. Kind of like right where my flesh meets that decadent color. And there we go. Once I have that part of the eye makeup done, I just put in some black on the waterline. I got nothing. Doesn't have to be super fancy, doesn't have to be super neat. So it all kind of blends in together. And then that really helps this white part pop, I think. And then, of course, mascara. Okay, and then I don't wear bottom lashes, so I just kind of like wah-cha-cha-cha. Just a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. Nothing crazy. And then once the under eyes are done, I take that translucent powder, brush it away. And then the eyes are done. I think they're really pretty. I'll pat myself on the back. I think they look really pretty. All right, then for the eyebrows, to reinforce, I'm just going to use that black shadow and just outline them with black shadow. Oops. Just to darken them up a little bit. Okay, if I can't quite get the ombre how I like it, I usually take my powder puff, whatever powder is on there, and just like that, and then brush it away. That kind of helps lighten it up. I'm basically done. I have to put lashes on. I'm gonna throw on a little outfit, and then we'll see the whole look. All right, this is the final look. What do we think? I'm really happy with how this turned out. I have my nails that I did myself. Very rhinestone-y, very pretty. I styled this wig a couple of weeks ago. I'm really happy with how this look turned out. I think the eye makeup's really pretty. I love how it matches the wig. And I really hope, generally, that this is really helpful for anyone new to drag makeup who wants to, start, doesn't know where to. I'm always happy to answer questions, so if anyone has any answers, please leave them down below. And tell me what some of your favorite, makeup products are, or if you have any favorite parts of the video, please let me know, and hopefully I can make more of these if you all really enjoy them. Please like and subscribe if you can, and check back for more updates, tutorials, and whatever I might decide to put out there. Well, until next time, thank you so much for watching.